Hey everyone, it's Cody Steck. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be taking a tour up and down Main Street here in Park City. We wanted to start off right here at this bridge because this is kind of on the lower end of Main Street here in Park City. And you can see just how close the ski resort is here behind me. You've got a couple lifts that actually service right here from Main Street. And you've got some housing units actually all the way around. Some of them are for sale, some of them are gonna be leased, but there's a lot of really cool features. We're gonna show you some of the shops and restaurants and different boutiques here on Main Street. So with that said, let's jump in the car and head up. All right guys, so just above that building there is the town lift. That's gonna be the ski resort lift that takes you up to the top of the mountain from right here off of Main Street. Cool thing about that is it's super easy to get on the ski lift. If you're staying anywhere here near Main Street, it's very easy to get around and be able to get up on the ski lift, which is really cool. Now I'm moving up the street here. I know it doesn't look like it, but on screen we are moving up the hill. You can see you've got Sunglasses Hut there. You've got our house, which is right there on the corner. These are gonna be just different little boutiques, furniture shops. You're gonna see some restaurants along the way. You've got a real estate office right there. You've got, these old historic buildings. This is Park City Main Street, right? So it kind of has that older town feel, which I think is really cool. You've got the Park Hotel, which has been there for many, many years right there. Coming up the street a little bit further, you're gonna have Lofts on Main, which is exactly as it sounds. Some lofts that are right there. You're gonna have a couple of restaurants as you get a little bit closer up here. And a lot of these have been renovated. You've got kind of these funky colors on the buildings, which give it a really nice touch. And all of these buildings are basically touching each other. So they do have some alleyways in between. Again, more boutiques and little shops here. You've got a general store right there. And moving up, we're gonna be coming up onto some different restaurants that we've got in the area. Now, this area is pretty tight. You can see that you are moving around cars. They do have parking here on Main Street. It is metered. It used to be free up until a couple of years ago. That meant parking was very hard to find, but they did switch it over to meters, which is, understandable considering how busy this area is. There's a lot of little offshoot roads that will take you up to some of the other surrounding areas, which is really nice. Now coming up here a little bit further, you're gonna have a lot of great restaurants in this area. I mean, there are so many good restaurants here on Main Street. It's tough to beat. You can go just about anywhere and be able to get some good food. Just ate at No Name Saloon not too long ago. You've got other ones such as Don Goyo, you've got the Spur Bar and Grill, you've got Purple Sage, and there's many, many more. One of my personal favorites, which is actually not on Main Street, but pretty close by, is called De Bonza's. It's kind of just a low-key pizza and salad shop, which is really good. And you've also got some other stores here. You got Cotopaxi, you got Lululemon, you've got some different shops there. And if you're looking for, whether it's in the summer or winter, you're looking for clothing, you're gonna have options to be able to find that there. Coming up on another restaurant right here, and you can see up above that there's going to be additional lofts and apartments and condo units above this area. This is actually the Treasure Mountain Inn, so a lot of those are hotel rooms right there, but there are some units up above here that are being rented or are owned by certain individuals. So now we flipped around. This is heading back down Main Street, looking at the other side of the road. This is facing, this would be facing east, actually. And coming down this side, you're gonna see a lot of the same places here. You've got the Wasatch Brew Pub right there, one of my personal favorites. I've eaten at the one in Salt Lake City many times. You've got Firewood right there. Again, there's actually quite a few restaurants on this side of the road and more boutiques and shops. You've got the Egyptian Theater right there. The cool thing that I love about Park City Main Street is you get people just out walking around. You get a lot of locals, you get a lot of tourists, and then you also get a lot of people who are in the area on a regular basis. They don't necessarily live there full time, but they are there on a regular basis. There's the post office right there on Main Street. You get all these people who, live in the area because they have a home there, but they're not necessarily there full time, right? They might only be there for a few weeks in the winter, a few weeks in the summer, or maybe even a couple months at a time. That's something that a lot of people end up doing as they've got the flexibility to be able to travel back and forth. A lot of people love living in Park City, even on a temporary basis, because you've got just so much flexibility with getting outdoors
and having access to the recreation that we have here. Now you do have some homes that are on Main Street. Like I said, some of them are going to be above these other buildings, but most of the homes are going to be either at the very bottom or the very top of Main Street. As the street kind of curves along, it turns into more of a residential area, but for the most part this area here is going to be all commercial. Like I said, restaurants, shops, boutiques, and of course a couple of hotels and whatnot.
So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this tour of Park City Main Street. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the Park City area, please reach out to me. My information will be here on the screen, or you can find it in the description box down below. I love hearing from people. I've had people from all across the world reach out, and I cannot wait to hear from you as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave for more information on Park City. And with that said, we'll catch you in the next one.